Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about the O1 visa. There are two types of visa for the O1. There's the sportsmanship and there's the performance. So I'm going to be being specific about the performance O1 visa in relation to actors. So while I've been out here, I've met with a range of attorneys. My advice would be, meet with a range of attorneys, start with getting recommendations from people you know, also do your own research, make sure that you have a consultation, sit down face to face with each of these attorneys. What you need to be clear on is how much of the work they're going to do and how much of the work they expect you to do. And then you need to look at the cost in comparison to that. When you're looking at the cost, because people tend to think that they all cost the same, but they don't. They do vary. And when you're looking at the cost, make sure you ask them, if my visa is not successful and that they ask for a refile with more evidence, are you going to charge me to refile? And you need to know how much you're going to be charged, because some attorneys will say yes and some will say no. Some will just charge you more at the beginning to start with, and then everything will be included. So you need to know that. What else? You need to know the success rate of these people that you're going to be looking into, going into business with, for the next 6 months to a year. It can take 6 months to a year, sometimes even longer, to get the response for the O1. You also need to be gathering a range of evidence before it will be ready to be filed. Be clear on timeframes. Some attorneys will offer you an advanced speedy process, and say, okay, we can push this through quicker. It might cost up to, $2,000 more or around that price mark. So, looking at your own circumstances and how soon you do need to be out here, then you need to balance that up accordingly with the amount of profile and what you actually have right now in your portfolio, and look at realistically, is my visa likely to be successful based on where I am right now in my career? So as a minimum, you will need to have a sponsor. The sponsor will usually be your agent or your manager, who will be LA based, who will be somebody that's willing to sign a legal document to say that, while you're going to be here on that O1 visa for whatever specified amount of time, that they're going to keep an eye out for you, they're going to vouch for you, and they're going to do everything in their power to assist you with your career in the LA film industry during that time. It can be quite hard to get somebody to sign a legal document to say that, but then you already have X amount of people on their books who either don't need a visa or already have their visa sorted out in place. So out of all of the requirements, that is the hardest one. It can be quite hard getting a sponsor, especially if you're not here in LA, because most managers, talent agents will want to meet with you in person, face to face. So it might be a good idea to come take a couple of trips out here and get that part of your visa secured before you start paying out money to attorneys. The other minimal requirements is you'll need a deal memo. Now, the deal memos are usually from a production company or a network, and they're basically saying for whatever specified period of time that they're going to hire you in a production, that they have a role for you, that you are the only person suitable for this role, and they need you to be allowed to be in America to be able to do that role within their production. The thing is, if you only have one person on the deal memo and that production is lasting 6 months, then your O1 visa is only going to be valid for 6 months. So you might need 3 or 4 different deal memos, that you can show that span the whole 3 years. Because you're going to be paying out a lot of money anyway, you might as well try and get the visa for the whole 3 years, which is the maximum amount of time that you'd be allowed to have on the visa. The next thing that you definitely need will be your critical reviews. They're going to come from people that you've worked with in the past, directors and producers that have hired you, that say that you are a fantastic person to work with, you're an exceptional talent, and you are an exceptional ability, and that you should be allowed into America because there's nobody else here who can do what you can do. Basically, in short. With the inclusion of that, you'll also need to be submitting articles, reviews from newspapers, websites, from people who are known in the industry, because whatever you put down on your O1 visa is going to be checked and will need to be verified. So a couple of years ago it was much easier, it was much more relaxed to get your O1 visa. Now, with everything that's happening politically, everything has been tightened up and restricted, and more people's visas are getting denied and declined. So you do need a very strong application. And I'm not trying to deter you in any way, I'm just telling you the realities because I want you to be prepared and I don't want you to waste your money. There are attorneys out there who will tell you, pay me this and I'll guarantee that your case is going to go through, you're going to get your O1 visa in 6 months, and then it gets declined and the attorney won't care either which way because they've been paid regardless. So I'm just being straight with you. Another thing that will also help your case a lot is if you have international awards. So if you're an actor, to say best actor, best actress, best performance, best newcomer, and it's something that is by an internationally known acting industry or acting body, then that's also going to fare very well for you. Awards that you may have which may have been given to you in your local area, which are only known within that town, city, village, or within the UK, again, are not going to have that much weight when it comes to getting the O1 visa. They are looking for extraordinary talent and exceptional abilities. I hope this has been helpful for you. They are the things that you will need as a starting point. If you've got any questions, do comment down below. If you like what I've said, then do share it with friends. Before you part with any of your money, do as much research as possible. Please do as much research as possible, and talk to other people who've been through the process. That would be my advice to you. I'll be back next week. If you like what I've said, then do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.